Certainly. Here's a more detailed exploration of U.S. history, elaborating on the key periods and events. 1. Pre-Columbian era, before 1492. Native Americans arrived in the Americas via the Bering Land Bridge over 15,000 years ago. Diverse cultures developed such as Anasazi and Pueblo peoples in the Southwest, known for their cliff dwellings. Mississippian culture in the Southeast, with large mound-building societies like Cahokia. Iroquois Confederacy in the Northeast, a powerful alliance of tribes. 2. Age of Exploration and Colonization, 1492 to 1763. 1492. Columbus voyages opened the Americas to European colonization. Spanish explorers, e.g., Hernán Cortés and Francisco Pizarro, conquered indigenous empires, while the French and Dutch focused on trade. 1607. Jamestown, Virginia, became the first permanent English settlement. Colonies developed distinct regional identities. New England colonies focused on religion and small-scale farming. Middle colonies, known for diversity and trade. Southern colonies relied on plantation agriculture and enslaved labor. 3. American Revolution and Independence, 1763 to 1789. Causes of revolution. British taxes, e.g., Stamp Act, Tea Act, and lack of colonial representation. Growing desire for self-governance. Key events. 1775. Battles of Lexington and Concord began the war. 1776. Declaration of Independence written by Thomas Jefferson. 1781. British surrender at Yorktown. 1783. Treaty of Paris formally ended the war. The Articles of Confederation, 1781, provided weak central governance, leading to the creation of the Constitution, 1787. 4. Early Republic, 1789, 1820s. Presidency of George Washington established precedents like the two-term limit. 1791. Bill of Rights added to the Constitution. Louisiana Purchase, 1803, doubled U.S. territory, purchased from France. War of 1812 with Britain reinforced U.S. sovereignty and national pride. Expansion westward led to conflict with Native Americans, e.g., Trail of Tears under Andrew Jackson. 5. Antebellum period, 1820 to 1861. Manifest destiny. Belief that the U.S. was destined to expand to the Pacific. Economic growth. Industrialization in the North and cotton-based agriculture in the South. Social movements. Abolitionists like Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman fought against slavery. Women's suffrage movement gained momentum, e.g., Seneca Falls Convention in 1848. Sectionalism grew, dividing the North and South over slavery and states' rights. 6. Civil War and Reconstruction, 1861 to 1877. 1861 to 1865. Civil War between the Union, led by Abraham Lincoln and the Confederacy. Key events. 1863. Battle of Gettysburg and Emancipation Proclamation. 1865. Confederacy surrendered. Lincoln assassinated. Reconstruction aimed to rebuild the South and grant civil rights to freed African Americans. 13th Amendment, 1865, abolished slavery. 14th Amendment, 1868, granted citizenship to all born in the U.S. 15th Amendment, 1870, voting rights for African American men. Reconstruction ended with the Compromise of 1877, leading to Jim Crow laws. 7. Industrialization and the Gilded Age, 1877 to 1900. Rapid industrial growth created wealth for tycoons like Andrew Carnegie and John D. Rockefeller. Urbanization and immigration surged, especially from Southern and Eastern Europe. Labor strikes, e.g., Haymarket Riot, highlighted poor working conditions. Political corruption flourished, leading to calls for reform. 8. Progressive Era and World Wars, 1900 to 1945. Progressive reforms targeted social, political, and economic issues. Antitrust laws curbed monopolies. Women gained the right to vote, 19th Amendment, 1920. World War I, 1917 to 1918, the U.S. entered the war late but played a crucial role in the Allied victory. Great Depression 1929 to 1939, stock market crash led to widespread poverty. New Deal programs under Franklin D. Roosevelt aimed to revive the economy. World War II 1941 to 1945, U.S. entered after the attack on Pearl Harbor 1941, played a major role in the Allied victory, ended with the use of atomic bombs on Japan. 9. Cold War and Civil Rights Era, 1945 to 1991. Post-World War II, the U.S. became a global superpower. Cold War with the Soviet Union-dominated foreign policy. Containment of communism, e.g., Korean and Vietnam Wars. Space race, e.g., moon landing in 1969. Civil rights movement. Key victories included Brown v. Board of Education, 1954, and the Civil Rights Act, 1964. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X fought for racial justice. Social upheavals included anti-war protests and the rise of feminism. 10. Contemporary America, 1991-present. 1990s. Economic growth and technological advancements, e.g., the Internet boom. End of the Cold War and Gulf War, 1991. 2000s. 9/11 attacks, 2001 led to the War on Terror, including wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. Economic crisis, 2008, caused global financial instability. 2010s. Focus on social justice movements, e.g., Black Lives Matter, #MeToo. Landmark rulings on same-sex marriage, 2015. 2020s. COVID-19 pandemic reshaped society and politics. Debates over climate change, healthcare, and systemic inequality intensified. Each of these periods shaped the modern U.S., leaving a legacy of triumphs and struggles that continue to influence the nation today. Let me know if you'd like an in-depth look at any specific event or topic.